going on, you guys? Your boy Big Dot. Let's welcome you guys to another DC TV Talk One reviewing Doom Patrol Episode 3 Puppet Patrol. Listen, this episode, this is like 3 for 3 right now, okay? And like in a really, really good way. Because this episode is pretty much about them. Cyborg stayed over, so it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We have to get everybody together because we have a briefing. Cliff not letting him live. He's making jokes and everything. Cyborg's trying to like lead this team because it's pretty much he's pretty much the only person suited to lead right now. Nobody else is like taking it serious. Nobody else really wants to be doing this. They want to find the chief, but at the same time, nobody really wants to put forth the effort to do it. So they're going through some of the chief's files and they find like a picture from 1948 Paraguay with that the donkey was in. So it's like, okay, this must mean something. So let's go to Paraguay. And Silas, Victor's father, does not want to help Victor out in any way. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to let him use the Starlab's jet. Like pretty much cut him off completely simply because Victor's trying to do something on his own, and Silas doesn't like that. Silas, you can tell by the end of this episode, Silas kind of like wanted him to fail just so he can bring him out, just so he can be like, okay, yeah, I'm the person who's helping you do these things. Also, I'm pretty sure that something they're gonna come to a head after a while because Vic was looking back, and we see the Vic's backstory about like how he was arguing with his mother and he threw the stuff in the lab, which was not smart. But at the same time, when I'm thinking to myself, like if when I was in high school, and if my parents would say you can't play basketball for 3 weeks, I would have snapped too. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you do. You're just like an impulse moment because like his dad wanted him to sit out for the entire season. Like like Vic was the star of his football team. So it's like this is what he loved. So you just taking that away from somebody because you don't necessarily understand. And we already know Silas did not really was not involved in like Victor's game. That's an inner iteration of like Cyborg's backstory. So he blows up the lab, and now Vic looks at he was authenticating the footage, which in my mind is like, oh shit, if that's not really what happened, it's gonna be a very big separation because in his mind he killed his mother, but that might not necessarily be the case. Silas might be a horrible person if we come back and find out that Vic wasn't the person who did that, and that might have been actually something between. I can see the image. It would have been. It was Silas and maybe uh, 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 and Silas and his wife arguing about Vic playing football and Silas getting mad at him being the person doing that. And Vic might have been in the situation. Vic might have been there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of wondering. You know what I'm saying? That's something to think about. But overall, this episode was more about like people messing with their psyche. You know what I'm saying? Their mental state because none of these people are in good places right now. Uh, Larry can't control the negative spirit, the negative man inside of himself. So that's dealing with him. And plus, we get more and more of his backstory. We knew that he was gay. He was in the army. He was gay. When it was time that you can say those things, you can say that out loud, or let that be known because you would have been scrutinized and possibly even kicked out the army. I don't know exactly how that worked then. And plus, he had a wife which he would cheat on, which I don't think that's cool in regards, but. And he had kids, so she's dealt with him in these spans, and like she kind of knew something was going on, and she ends up like once he lives, and like she ends up leaving him. She just kind of it just sometimes like you give somebody so many chances, and just like they just keep fucking over you. You just have to dip. You have to do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I dip after the first time. I ain't getting no second chances with me. Sorry. Uh, well, in those regards, other things I probably forgive people for. But and then you have Cliff who's got his daughter's number and afraid to call her. And then then you have Jane who's dealing with she's trying to get information on the chief, and we find out the chief was the person who killed fuck few like few what was it fuck something I don't know. That was fun. It was a fun thing. Cause I was looking, I'm like, it's like Fuch. I'm like, nah, that's Futch. But I'm like, I'm pretty sure they pronounced it fucked and they did. So he's over here controlling. Now, he's a puppeteer, but he's controlling all these people that are working for him. And I knew it was something like that. And we have Larry dealing with like the negative man inside of him. Like, I can finally separate. But what he doesn't realize is something that Jane told him earlier is like, I don't control them. I don't control the other people in me. They're their own people. And Larry's whole life, he's pretty much like been in control. Cause like his relationship with his lover, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I think I was like, I don't have any say in this. I guess it's always what you want to do. And that's pretty much how everything's been with Larry. He's controlled his relationship with his wife, controlled his relationship with his lover. And so he like the negative man inside of him is not letting that happen. Like it has to be like a equal terms thing. And Larry isn't, and he honestly isn't used to that. So if he can't be in control, he's pretty much like, hey, well, if I can't be in control, forget it then. You know what I'm saying? And so that's coming back to haunt him now. And Cliff, we have to talk about that. And also Rita is in a situation. Her and Cyborg are talking, and she pretty much just called Cyborg out on this shit. Like, you just as scared as the rest of us. If you really want to do this, you could have did this by yourself. You didn't need us, but you're scared and you're afraid, and which is understandable right now, especially for Cyborg, simply because of the position he's in. Because he's had like the moment his dad calls him, like, you know, I had this on private. How are you able to know what I'm talking about? Like his dad monitors everything, and he has really no say in what he can and can't do. If I'm pretty sure if Silas wanted to, he can override everything Victor's doing. And Victor gonna have to learn that going down the road. Cause like you don't want somebody controlling all your actions. Rita, she's trying to get herself together because after she feels like after Mr. Nobody got in her head, she's like, I was getting a handle on these powers, but like now, it's messing me back up. And I thought he was gonna be like. I thought we were gonna have a moment where Cyborg pretty much tells her like, "Hey, you can do more than what you think. You think you have it under control, but no, you just maintaining it. But like, I need you to actually get it under control." So maybe that's if I think we're gonna get that moment eventually. And this episode is pretty much like breaking characters, and so I think eventually somebody gonna tell her like, "Hey, you can do more with this," and maybe then we'll get like her shrinking and growing large. Uh, Something I just thought was funny was when uh, uh, Jane turned to Flick. I think it's Flint or Flick, and she just transported them to Paraguay. The whole montage of them going and on the bus on their way to Paraguay was funny. And then when it stopped, it was like nowhere near Paraguay. I thought that was hilarious. The action scene was super super dope because like Jane teleporting, like using all the different powers. That's hard. Like that's hard. Jane pretty OP if you just really think about it. Like her character is crazy insane and like crazy Jane. Uh, like she can do so many different things. It's like what situation can you put her in to where she can't you can stop her. It's just gonna be tough. Um, the scene with Robot Man fighting people in the hallway, super dope. Cause it's just like it wasn't like very coordinated. It was just like how he would probably fight. He's just big and strong. He just punching people in the wall, busting their fucking head. He ripped a person's legs off, bottom half. He ripped a person's bottom half off just to hit somebody else with it. What other show does that other than Doom Patrol? That's like it's insane and it's funny in a way, but like this show is mixing like the action, the humor, and the heart perfectly so well, especially in these first 3 episodes. I hope it continues this way because if it continues this way, it's gonna be really one of the best superhero shows ever. Like especially for a first season, like this is like shaping up to be something really special. But that's pretty much all. At the end of the episode, we seen everybody like in their own different spot because they're trying to get their minds right. But I'm looking forward to see wherever this goes next because right now it is hitting it out the park. But you guys let me know what you thought about the episode down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch up with you guys later.